Au début des années 60, loin de l'Amérique, un cinéaste italien va changer l'histoire du western. Son nom, Sergio Leone.
Est-ce que le western est un genre essentiellement américain?
Oui, maintenant je crois que c'est à tout le monde.
Il a été récupéré.
Il a été retourné, on peut dire, hein? Parce qu'il n'y a rien de nouvel sous le soleil.
He said a Western. I said an Italian Western? That's like Hawaiian pizza.
The extent of his English was goodbye, and the extent of my Italian was arrivederci. So that's where we started from.
Mais la mode est au western. En Europe, des Allemands ou des Italiens les tournent en série et s'inventent des noms anglo-saxons pour laisser croire au public que ces médiocres copies du genre américain viennent tout droit d'Hollywood. Ainsi, quand Sergio Leone tourne son premier western pour une poignée de dollars, il le signe sous le pseudonyme de Bob Robertson, en hommage à son père Roberto Roberti. Sergio Leone va tourner pour une poignée de dollars en Espagne, à Almeria, un endroit qui ressemble au paysage de la frontière américano-mexicaine. C'est d'ailleurs là que sont tournés beaucoup de westerns européens. Les décors d'une ville existent, abîmés par le temps. Leone ordonne de ne pas les repeindre afin qu'ils paraissent plus réalistes. Pour tenir les rôles principaux du film, il choisit des comédiens peu connus. L'Italien Gian Maria Volonté et un Américain au physique de gentil jeune premier, Clint Eastwood.
Sergio had seen an episode of Rawhide that had been sent over there, and they had offered me this job out of nowhere, to do this picture called Magnifico Straniero, was the title of the thing. And I didn't know anything about it, and when first asked about doing it, I said, no, I don't think that was a good idea to do a Western, because I was just taking a hiatus from doing a television series of Westerns, and I thought I didn't want to do it. But when I read the screenplay of Magnifico Straniero, the English translation they had sent over, I realized right away it was Yojimbo. It was a remake of the film Yojimbo, which I was a big fan of. I had seen back in the 50s, and I always thought at that time, wouldn't it be wonderful to make this into a Western? Or but nobody would ever have the nerve to do that. Now all of a sudden, here was a guy with the screenplay who had the nerve to do that. It was a little bit of a shoestring production. There wasn't much in the way of comforts. That didn't bother me. I was a very young man at that time, didn't care. We were out on the plains of Spain. There was no bathrooms, no nothing, just a very small production. But it was nice. In fact, I had to take the wardrobe home every night because we only had one copy of everything. If I'd lost the hat, we'd have been out of luck. If I'd lost the poncho, we'd have been out of luck.
Well, the first time I saw Clint light up a little cigar, now, he said to Leone, I can only do it 2 more times, then I throw up, because he hated the cigars.
You know, everybody was thinking that Westerns were kind of a dying breed and nobody was going to be making them anymore. And then all of a sudden I read in the trades about this film called A Fistful of Dollars, or Un Pugno di Dollari. But everybody was saying this picture is really doing well, and in Italy it's opened up and it's tremendous gross. And I said, this couldn't be the one I did, because that was called Magnifico Straniero. Finally, one day, one article came out says, Un Pugno di Dollari, starring Clint Eastwood. And I went, the picture's out and it's doing well, isn't that great? I started hearing from the producers again, oh, would you consider coming back and doing another? So Sergio came over to see me and sat one evening and told me the plot line for a few dollars more.
Wait, go.
Le succès immense de Pour une poignée de dollars ne rapporte pas d'argent à Sergio Leone. Furieux, Il prend sa revanche en produisant lui-même une suite qu'il intitule avec franchise et ironie et pour quelques dollars de plus.
Ma sai, io sono nato nel cinema, quindi vivo di cinema, ecco, leggo cinema, vedo cinema, e ogni mia lettura si traduce in film.
Sei figlio d'arte?
Sono figlio d'arte e quindi non ci trovo tutta questa differenza. Per me il cinema è vita e viceversa.
Et pour quelques dollars de plus, joue sur le cynisme et met en scène deux chasseurs de primes. Lee Van Cleef, il joue un homme qui poursuit une vengeance. Clint Eastwood, un individualiste sans scrupules. Cette vision d'une implacable dureté n'exclut pas l'humour.
Take it to the station. The gentleman's leaving. Hold it. Take it back. Take it to the station. Go inside. The station.
So I met Lee, and he started saying, you know, I don't know about the script, and we got talking. He was talking script and all this to me, and I said, well, I think, did you ever see Fistful of Dollars? Because, and we hadn't seen that film in the States yet. It hadn't been released. And I said, you have to kind of know the style before you get into this. I said, even though they're in Italian out here, and you might not speak the language, you might want to go take a look at one of them and kind of get the style. So he did. He went down to Rome, some theater, and saw one of them, and saw the first one. And then he came back and said, yeah, now I see what you mean. The script element is important, but second to the style.
Alive or dead, it's your choice. Let Red go.
It sort of brought out the cynicism, materialism of the 60s and what have you, and played upon that. Or the natural materialism of life. People are always interested in their own well-being, and that's the way these guys were played, and then they eventually got somehow wrapped in on some sympathetic aspect within the picture. But they were, by and large, interested in themselves, as opposed to sometimes the classical Western. They make the hero much more defined as a good guy, and the bad guys were bad guys, and there wasn't too much in between. But to me, to play them as guys who had a little bit of greed, which is normally human.